It's almost time for the peak holiday shopping season, and there's a few things that I think you need to do in your shop today to make sure that you're prepared. So let's dive right into the 11 things I think you should do in your shop today to get ready for the holiday season. Number 1 is signing up for Etsy's Cyber Sale. To sign up, you'll head over to the Marketing tab on Etsy, click Sales and Discounts, and you'll scroll down to the Join Etsy's Next Sales Event button. Here you'll click Set Up. To boost your chances of being featured in the cyber sales event, it says you need to sign up for this by October 27th. The sale will actually run between November 24th and December 2nd. And you need to be running at least a 25% off sale in your store, and it says you need to have global shipping. But last year, a lot of stores that didn't offer global shipping were still included in the sale, so I'd still try signing up for it even if you don't offer global shipping in your store. I do recommend still having a sale of your own running if you were planning on having one run at this time, but this will override the sale that you're running in your store if the one that you were planning on running is less. It's not guaranteed to get you extra sales, but it's worth a shot to be included in some of Etsy's big marketing pushes that they do for the holiday season. Number 2 is to raise your prices by 40 cents, whether your shipping price or your product price, to account for the 40-cent shipping surcharge for the holiday season. Shipping services raise these prices from October 15th to January 17th. Now, you don't necessarily have to raise your shipping costs if you don't want to, but that 40 cents can really add up. If you sell 2,000 items between October 15th and January 17th, that could be $800 less in profit that you actually get to take home at the end of the day. Now, Etsy really recommends having shipping costs of $5.99 or less. So if the 40 cents on your shipping additional would push you over that, then I do recommend instead adding that 40 cents to your product cost instead. Number 3 is choosing your Christmas cutoff date. It's important that you choose a date in advance that you can tell your customers that guaranteed delivery by Christmas ends this day in December. I'm going to be using the date of Monday, December 8th as my cutoff date this year. I think that's a pretty conservative date, but if you're someone who would be really stressed out if people were messaging you the day or two before Christmas wondering where their items are, then I would actually move that to Friday, December 5th. The way you can communicate this to your customers is creating a photo card to include in your Etsy listings when you're making these holiday products. It might end up looking something like this, where it's just a cute little Christmassy looking page that you include as one of the photos in your Etsy listing. If you haven't already joined my monthly Trend Report subscription, then now is actually the perfect reason to do that, because you'll actually get this page as a template to just edit and make your own, along with some mock-ups of ornaments to help you get started on your ornament selling journey if you haven't already just yet. So that's a bonus for anyone in my monthly trend report. So I'll put the link for that down in the description. And if you've never checked it out, it's an hour-long video that you get once a month with the current trending design styles on Etsy that you can use to add value and make more money in your store. And then hundreds of different listings that are selling well on Etsy right now to save you hours of research so you can see what's selling well on Etsy right now that you can add value to, put your own unique designs on, and make some sales in your store today. So whether you join my monthly trend report subscription or not, make sure you get your Christmas cutoff date chosen, and then you upload that design to all of your holiday products. And then number 4 is potentially updating your processing times for how long it takes to make your items. If you end up having a lot of orders that go overdue and ship later than you said they were going to, then Etsy is going to ding your shop and take away your star seller badge. So now's the time to start paying attention to your dashboard on Etsy where it says you have an order that needs to ship by today. If you see that on your listings, then you need to extend your ship by date on that order specifically. You can click the 3 dots on the order and say update ship by date, and you can only update this one time. So I do recommend updating it by about 4 extra days, just to give yourself a buffer in case there's an issue with the printer. As long as you update the ship by date before it's overdue, then this won't count against you for your star seller badge. And if you continuously have a lot of orders that are almost going overdue, to make sure that you don't miss one, you can actually extend your processing times across the board to 4 to 6 business days as we get closer to the busiest parts of the holiday season, especially after Black Friday, to make sure that all of your orders ship on time and you don't get dinged for the star seller badge. And then number 5 is to set up automatic order processing. If you go into your Printify settings, you can set it up so that all of your Printify orders go through at the exact same time every day, like 10 a.m. is what I like to choose. If you have your orders go through one by one where you're manually approving them, once you start getting 20, 30, 50, 100 orders in a day, this is when a lot of credit cards will get suspicious of all of these charges from the same person in one day, and then some people end up getting their card frozen or declined. So instead, I recommend setting it up so that all of your orders go through at the same time every day, and that really helps to make sure that your card gets charged just once so you don't end up getting those fraud suspicions on your credit card. Number 6 is to refine your listing process. This is go time between when you're watching this video today and November 28th, which is when I say the cutoff date is for listing your Christmas items. This is the time where you need to cut the fluff, cut the procrastinating working, and just get listings up. So I don't want you at this point changing what colors you're offering each time you list, changing which mockups you're using, changing your pricing every time. I want you to pick what product you're going to focus on, what colors you're going to sell that item in, what mockup photos you're going to use, how you're going to price it, and then just take action. Find new listings that are selling really well on Etsy right now, make great value-added designs that really add something to the market, not just copy what's already there, and get them listed as quickly as possible. Right now is not the time for overthinking, it's the time for taking action. And I'll link a video that I did down below on how to create 50 Etsy listings in a week, where I share my best tips and tricks for being really efficient with your listing process. And if you're not sure which product to really focus on right now for the holiday season, then I do recommend choosing one of the products that Printify has listed on their website in the best selling items. These ones are going to be proven to sell products. Might feel counterintuitive to sell a product that's already a bestseller and selling really well for others, but that's actually exactly what we're looking for, is the proof that it's already selling for other people. And then as long as we choose different niches, we add value with our designs, we know that shoppers are searching for those items and buying them every day on Etsy, which one of the biggest benefits to selling on Etsy is that you don't have to go find those customers yourself. So if you haven't already signed up for Printify somehow, then I do have a link for Printify down in the description, and you can get started with them completely for free, and they handle all of the fulfillment for your products. So you get to spend more time on creating amazing designs and getting them listed in your store. And number 7 is increasing your Etsy ad budget. Now, Etsy gives you a really low budget to start with as a new seller for how much you're able to even spend a day on Etsy ads. And until you've maxed out that budget for a few days or a few weeks, they won't actually increase it. So if in the biggest shopping selling season of the year in November, you want to be able to promote $25, $50, $100 a day to really pour gasoline on the fire of the Etsy listings that are doing really well for you, then you need to start prepping for that now. Now, not to say that you have to use Etsy ads to be successful this holiday season. One of the biggest benefits to selling on Etsy is all the organic traffic for the people who are already coming to Etsy and searching for items and buying them every day. But Etsy ads can really help to boost your listings quite a bit. So if you think you might want to give that a try, I'd start testing them now so you can learn how to really optimize your Etsy ads, and then also have the option to have that larger budget if you want it later on in the season. Number 8 is for if this is not your first selling season on Etsy. If you have Christmas listings from last season, the season before, then now is actually the time to consider lowering the prices on your previous Etsy listings for Christmas that sold really well last year or the year before, to try and get them a big boost to start off the holiday season. Now, I'm not saying lose money on these, but if you lower them by $2, $3, $4 to the point where you're still making a profit, if in the next 2 weeks of October, when the holiday sales are really starting to pick up, you can really get your listings a few extra sales more than you would have, maybe an extra review or two, then come November, when the huge shopping season starts, your listings are going to be higher up in the search results than they would have been otherwise. And then up to you, if come November 1st, November 10th, somewhere in there, you want to raise all your prices back up, you can just do that in bulk and raise all the prices back. Or as listings start selling, you can just raise them by $1 every time it sells 2 or 3 times until you get back up to the price that you were at. But this can be a good strategy to help boost some of the last year's listings to get them going a little bit quicker than maybe they would have sold otherwise. Now, number 9 is for everyone, and this is to mentally prepare for order issues. Now, when it comes to getting a lot of sales on Etsy, what naturally comes along with that, in really any other business, is some normal issues. So you might run into things like order shipping delays. So, the post office might lose an item, for example. The item might get delayed in shipping and not get to a customer in time. Printify might make some mistakes. They might send your customer the completely wrong item. An item might come broken. But the nice thing about all of these things is that Printify is really great about covering these problems when they come. So just know that they'll come up, and your first step is going to be to reach out to Printify and ask them what they need. If it's something broken or wrong with the item, they're always going to ask for a photo, so you can always get that from your customer before you reach out to them is a good idea. But when it comes to any shipping issues, they might have you just wait a certain amount of days to see if the item shows up, but they're really great about reshipping items that are lost, paying for items that have an issue and needing a replacement. So if you're working with Printify, just know that you're in good hands, but some of these issues are going to come up. So just mentally prepare yourself that you're not going to let it ruin your day. You're going to expect it, you're going to know how to handle it, and then you're going to move back on to making great new designs for your store to keep growing your business. Because remember, if this was easy, everybody would be doing it. Order issues are normal, and I think a small price to pay for not having to print and ship thousands of orders yourself. Almost to the end, number 10 is to be asking for reviews. Reviews are one of the biggest ways to grow your shop. Etsy's looking for items that lots of people that they click it end up buying it, and then how many of those buyers are actually really happy with that product. If Etsy sees that your product has tons of 5-star reviews, they're going to be way more likely to promote it to other shoppers when they're looking for a similar item. Now, customers might just leave you a review organically on their own, but I really do recommend reaching out to customers after they get their order to make sure that they love everything and ask them if they love it to leave you a 5-star review, or if there's any issues to let you know first and you're happy to take care of it. Now, I will put a link down in the description for my customer service guide on exactly what message I send to my customers to get a 25% review rate in my store, and that can really boost your listings way more than you think. So put it on your calendar once a week to be asking for reviews from the customers who purchased your items. And make sure to get that digital download that's for free down in the description if you don't have a message that you already send to your customers to get those great reviews. And then number 11, if you're watching this and you haven't opened up your Etsy store just yet, then your number 1 homework for today is to actually open your shop and get your first item for sale. Now, I see a lot of people watching my videos who've been watching for months and don't feel just ready yet, but I can promise you, you're never gonna just feel ready. You need to take action and start learning as you go before you're really gonna feel like you're ready. And I do have my full free mini course to walk you through all of the steps of opening up your Etsy shop, start to finish, connecting to Printify, and listing your very first product for sale on Etsy. If you just get those steps out of the way, I can promise you, you will be so much closer to getting your first sale than if you try and just do all of the research and learn everything before you even get started. So join my free mini course down in the description if you haven't gotten started just yet, and happy holiday selling season to all of you watching, and I'll see you in the next one.